speak, yes, for the whole sports people, and celebrate that we have the right eventually in our constitutions to make the thing happen for the sports and right.
Yeah.
It's for the normal sports athletes and the most people.
Yeah.
And they have something, it's very normal outside of our country and other civilians people. And it's the first time to happen like that in article number 81. Because of, I mean, the disabilities and doors as well, the special needs, they have the right.
I prefer to say people with special needs. I don't want to label them as people with disabilities.
Actually, they have the right to practice and participate in the society. And they have the right for
be
the job.
Integrated into the society.
Integrated, they are normal. Look, I used to live in Canada for my PhD. I used to live, work outside of the countries in many and through my traveling. So if I have a public bus, this kind of people, they have their own life. And any building, they have a code that they have something in for their stairs, for everything, because of they are dealing with them as not only the special needs for and all of this.
By the way, this is a part of the article, developing public facilities to suit their needs and provide them with the adequate atmosphere.
Sure. Yeah. Look, the constitutions make the right to make the law of this area. So the law come to make as obligations or make the thing that the rights of the people to have something of this. So the sports, the social lives, the health, everything for these people.
Entertainment, education,
look,
part of the jobs, to be integrated into the society as a whole.
This one, I think this constitution should live for not less than 20 years.
Inshallah.
Inshallah, because of the strategic plan of this, make the law serve this kind of issues for the society. So if we'll go for...
You know what came first to my mind when I read this article? Fatma Omar.
Okay.
Shaban,
yes.
You know, those who were presenting Egypt in the Paralympic Games for years and years now, and they're returning back with tons of medals, while the normal ones didn't do it.
They didn't achieve,
And they didn't achieve at least half of what the Paralympic champions were achieving.
Look, I go for the 84 because of your question is very important and your observations is very good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. The right of the other people, like the normal one.
So let's read Article 84.
84, because of it's very good to have 81. Yes. It's very, very good.
But 84 is more concerned.
84 more concerned. Why? Because of the first time to have this one, and this segmented to many area.
Yep.
Many area. Because of if I'm not an athlete, I have to have the right to have the area to walk, to run, and everywhere. So I think after this one, because of the right of the people, they have the right to exercise
sports.
Which means if I go in my neighborhood, I have to have the place that to have the health. To have the health, which means is I have to have the area that I should go with safe and security. Outside of the country, they make the territories of the area. Let us go for the square that has maybe 4 kilometers or 3 kilometers should have the community centers. The community centers and the area that the people encourage the people to walk. If the people they have this habits and these habits to walk and to practice and the sports, just for normal people, I'm not
You're
saying
not talking about athletes or
athletes
people who are preparing for a competition.
This is the first area.
Yeah.
So from time to time, if you have the normal and health one, you have something in the future that healthy people, which national security is good. The health and the expenses and the expenditures
able to work,
to
work to build their future,
direct way or indirect way, wherever you look. But it's right like basic needs. The sports is basic needs. I'm not saying that it's luxury.
No, it's not a luxury anymore.
this is the first one. The other one, to discover the talent. Discover the talent, which means you have to go for the talent people, for the scouting, and as well you have the future to say we are Egypt, not looking for the history that 7,000 years, but I'm looking for the future where I should be. Because I'm not talking every time that it's a great thing that we are Egypt, we are Egyptian, that we have this kind of civilization
and long history in
okay,
many things.
Our civilizations is what I should achieve in the future.
Yep.
It's very important, you know. So the discovering of the people talent in every area, especially in my area, the sports. So it's the duty of the government and the duty of the country to save these issues. So this is number 2.
Sir, would you please, before leaving this point, and not to be centralized in Cairo or in Alexandria, not in those main cities, we should scout or search for those talents all over Egypt, in the Delta, in Upper Egypt, in the Suez Canal governorates, wherever. This centralization is aching, because you would know after that that we do have talents all over Egypt, but they didn't have the chance, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, actually, the sports communities and the sports ministry, they have big, good arms. So they have representatives in everywhere in the country. So the government and non-government organization should go together in one area that achieved and make it happen and make this it's the practice of 84 should happen. So after the finishing and the clearing,
the physical education class in all schools, sir, it's not anymore a luxury, it's a must, and it's the right of students to practice their favorite sports even in school, because this is the first way to discover or to scout for new talents, if you permit me to say so.
I give you one that in the States, during the 60s, they discovered that the physical fitness of the people and the physical fitness of the youth and junior that going to the army or wherever, they don't have this kind of physical fitness level and health. They consider this one is a national security issues and put it in the first priority and make the strategy for this one. They changed the old curriculums and everything, so they put the right of the people to have this practice and they save the school curriculums and the health and fitness and everything and everywhere, you know. So we should go very hardly in these issues and will not consider this one as a luxury or it's something on the side. And they say, okay, we have to go for the food first, we have to go for the health and abnormal people first. It's not like that. As you said and mentioned, it's a must, you know. So if you have a 5-year business plan for the health people and to save the participation and practice of the sports, after the 5 years will not spent and you'll decrease the budget of Ministry of Health of the Health, because if you have good people. And if you make this one, I have my business career and I'm working in the sports. I have my income from the sports. So the sports is a career. The sports is a participation. The sports is a health. Because of that, as you mentioned with Mr. Musa, they said it's a very good and very big deal that we have this kind of regulations. And all people of the 50th people, they have the agreement to focus on and focus this 84 article. And the third or the fourth one that make the regulations and the relations between the whole organization
according to law and international rules.
Internally and externally and international. Because of that, we go for the international law and we make the harmony and make the relations between both of them. So our legislations and our regulations should connect it and
both
make the ideal of both of them. And this issue is very important as well to the people who thought about this 84. They are very talented, they are smart to this one, and I'm proud to be Egyptians to one of the sports community to have this one. But the duty for the people who make the law is very important. It's very important to think deeply for this one.
Mm-hmm.
And they should be very honest to save the community and save the rights for me and yourself and everyone to have the area to have the right. So it's not a kind of speaking.
Mm-hmm.
We shouldn't celebrate and make it happy for this only, but I will be very happy if I have a great job for a good law, deserve this one, okay? And after, who knows, after 5 years, we should look after this article, what it should be.
Inshallah, we are going to go to vote, to participate, to build our future with our own hands. As Mr. Amr Musa said, go, vote, participate. If you do have another message, please say it.
I insist for this one, and we have to build our future. We have to build our generation to be very secure. We have to have our country because of we missed our country.
It's going to be back, inshallah. Yeah. Dr. Ashraf Sobhy, the head of the authority of the Cairo International Stadium, thank you very much for being with us. We are going to leave with the promise to see you again in another episode of Score Sheet.
Thanks, thanks a lot to being with you, and thanks to speaking about something in the great thing that's for the constitutions. I'm very happy to be Egyptian. I'm very happy to have something like that. I'm very happy to serve the community, and thank you for your everything.
Yeah, simply, this is the best I can end with. We are proud of being Egyptians. By this, we come to the end of this episode of Score Sheet. Till we meet again, same time on Nile TV International. Many thanks for watching. Have a very good evening.